So this is the new bottom of the deck, and here we see you standing up for your inner child, with your inner child. So you need to let your inner child take the lead here. I feel that at some point in history it has been silent and you have conformed to the will of others, but something became like it was a missed opportunity, or you missing the opportunity to like bring your gift out to the world. Sometimes with being pleasant we also become plain. So when you are not pleasant but come with your kind of truth, because this Page of Swords comes with truth, something changes in the world. So Page of Swords is the kind of energy where Jesus went into the temple where there was a marketplace, and he drew out all the merchandisers and cleaned up his father's temple. And that for me is an allegory of cleaning out one's own body, driving out all the influences that's not supposed to be there, where you are selling yourself to belong or to be like included. So you need to be a little bit rebellious here. And this is the old thing, what is ending like its effect on you. And it's the Death card. So Death in reverse. It shows that this has been long going on. It's something that you have refused for a very long time because you feared the consequences. You didn't want to sacrifice your relationship, or you didn't want to behave in ways that would make you hard to love. So you have tried as long as you could to behave in the best way possible, but it's not really who you are. I'm not saying that you are bad in behaving, it's just that you behave conditioned instead of true to your soul. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, or the people most on your mind. And this is the situation itself, and this is what's on their mind about you. And this is your feelings for them. This is the energy between you, or the bond between you. And this is their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation here. And we have a little tower in the reverse, so that's like a little disaster of some sort. It's not really like the disaster where you lose your home, or you lose your job, or someone, perishes. It's more the disaster where you feel like you're going to die, but you're not, or you feel like things are going to be taken away, but it's really not happening. It's more like big quarrels, or things that could happen, like it's hanging in the air, and you are really afraid that it will happen. So you might have like a tower moment inside of you, taking out the sorrow in advance a little bit. And but with the tower in the reverse, it's a really rather friendly card. It just wants to fix things, to kind of tear down the things that isn't built on solid ground, and leave only the true, the solid things, the things that is authentic, okay, and the rest will be gone. So that's what's going on here. It might be scary, but and you might feel like you're losing yourself because you want to behave in a certain way, but your emotions, or the like inner demon or something, is making you behave in another way. So you're trying to have control over yourself, but really you should kind of go with it, not to hurt people, but you can tell them, instead of throwing plates at them, you can say, I'm angry with you. So that's more peaceful, but still the truth is coming out. What's on your conscious mind about them? 4 of Cups. So instead of expressing yourself, you are not expressing yourself, and you are it's kind of a little bit depressing, this. It's like you're not fully alive, because being fully alive would render you to show some passion, and since you have decided to behave in a certain way, you can't show passion. So instead you're showing off like a person that doesn't care of anything or anybody, because when you're not alive and following your true soul star, you become like a copy of yourself. And so what you're thinking about this person most on your mind is that they don't love you enough. They don't give you what you need or what you deserve, and it's no use, and you might as well live without them. And so things like this, where you feel like things can never become in the way you want to, and it's better for you to shut up and forget about this person or this situation. So by wanting something so much that you are behaving accordingly to the rule book instead of behaving like yourself, you actually forces the situation into a place where you rather want to be without it, because it's not authentic. So you see, it's like you're biting your own tail. So if you could act a little bit more authentic and risk not being perfect or not behaving perfectly, you would be more alive and more authentic, and the relationship can also risk becoming more authentic, and that would be a good thing. Okay, so this is what's on their mind about you. And we have a King of Swords here. So they really judge your behavior and think, gosh, this person, they are wacko. They are acting in so strange and dumb ways. So they really look down on you and think that this what you said, this what you did, it's crazy talk, crazy behavior. It's not like you. You should know better. You should behave better. But you shouldn't, of course. This is just taking the role of the accuser, and I think the accuser already lives inside of you very, very heavily. So when you stop to accuse you and stop this indecision and, unite yourself inside of yourself, you don't need to explain yourself to people, but when you truthfully communicate what's inside of you, they also risk starting to understand you better. But just right now, they think that you are acting crazy or acting childish or like an imbecile or something like that. But it's because you're out of whack with yourself, so you can't stand in your strength. And you don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Everyone just judges what's happening on the outside, because you are not telling what's happening on the inside. Okay, and this is the bond between you two, and it's a page of coins, so it's aligning with this tower in the reverse. It wants to straighten out the course of direction. Okay, tear down what was built wrong and build it up right again, or not go in the wrong direction, but actually adjusting the course and going in the right direction. So this is sane, this is good. Both people, or all the people in this situation, wants to, like, they have the best intentions. It's just that there's a lack of communication, or a lack of truthful expression. People are behaving accordingly with the rule book instead of accordingly with their own truth. So this is your feelings towards them, and we have a King of Coins in the reverse, so it kind of rhymes very well with the Four of Cups. You feel excluded and you want to exclude them. You want to have a private party where no one is invited, maybe just your bunny from when you were a child, and maybe you can have a tea party without real tea in also. I'm just joking, of course, but it's like you are trying to protect your own vulnerability by keeping people on an arm's length distance, because you feel like you are not good enough, your behavior is not good enough, you can't be loved for who you are. There's some kind of fear of hostility, and I understand why. This looks like rather hostile. And people are obviously judging you, but I think it's because they don't know you, okay? And you don't know you. So their feelings towards you, and we have another king, and it's a King of Cups in the reversed. So not only are they judging you, they're also acting a little bit irradical, like they say you are a crazy person, but they are also themselves acting like a crazy person. This is when a person haven't really worked with their own emotions, so they are kind of projecting their emotions onto other people, like you are the evil one. And they might, in a quarrel, they might say you are so jealous, or I know you went over there to meet that guy or that girl, when they don't know shit. It's just projecting. It's just, you don't even have to be in the same room when they are having a quarrel with you, because they know what you want to say, they know what they want to say, and you can just stand there and keep quiet, and they will tell you, you are like this, you behave like this, and this. So this is coming from the place where they are judging you, and they are also judging themselves, and they also want to feel secure in having the right answer, so they won't get hurt. So everybody in this situation seems to be very fearful of getting hurt. We can also see a very masculine influence here with 3 kings, the poor little child in the middle, and the 4 of cups that's connected to the emperor card. We can also note that in 16, the tower, we have 4 emperors there. 4 times 4 is 16. And all these kings and this tower and this 4 is showing that there's a very masculine behavior in this situation, that making people acting accordingly to a rule book, but not being their vivid, alive self. So they're not letting their feminine side come out. It's like when we're only trying to solve things with our mind, we don't go for a walk, take a shower, go for a car ride, sleep to get the answers. We just try to figure it out, driving ourselves crazy. The things that comes to our subconscious, it's like growing flowers up to the surface and giving us answers just naturally, because our subconscious is like a computer 10 times as powerful as your awakened mind. And this is not allowed here for this subconscious to have a part. It's only the working mind, like the rules we have in this family, the disciplines we follow, the principles we have, how we are supposed to behave. And if anyone is behaving outside the rule book, everyone else judges this. So it's a place where no one can be really themselves. So we will see what your behaviors and attitudes are like because of this situation. And we have a 10 of cups, so that's you really love this person, even if they judge you so hard, and you have done your best for them in so many situations, and maybe try to help them, I don't know, walk their dog, or find out solution to their problems, or 1,000 things that you have tried to make them love you. But the only thing you feel is you being judged by this big sword, and you being this person trying your best, but it's no use because they don't really love you. So, but with this 10 of cups, it's like you're not, even if it's in the reverse, you can't afford giving this relationship up because it means so much to you. So it keeps you a little bit trapped, and you are not really working it out, since you are a little bit stale like this, closed in, and you're not letting this person in, of obvious reason, because they are judging you. But in the same time, you don't want to live without them. So it's like you're stuck in this land of nowhere, where you don't get the love from the person and understanding, because you can't break out of your own shell to communicate with them, and they don't know you, basically because you haven't told them who you are. And when you have tried, maybe you have felt very judged by the person on the throne there. So this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. And it's the Hermit. The Hermit is a little bit isolated, but we can see that this Hermit is anyway turning towards you and towards the situation. So I think the person wants to learn. They want to get to know you, or they want to understand the deeper things that's going on in this situation. So they are not only about rules and judging, you could reach to them and be able to communicate with them in a way that they could understand, and that would enlighten them, because this is a searcher. This is a person that wants to know the truth and are called in by the deeper layers of human nature. So they are not impossible. It's just that they are hurt too, and I think they are trying to behave accordingly with the rule book too. And maybe you 2 or 3 or 4, how many you are in this situation, could agree on not following the rule book, but actually like being there for each other as genuine people, instead of trying to make the other person fit like the role that they have had their whole life, or the role that we have given to each other, or the expectation that we have on one another. Let people like live and let live a little bit. So the outcome, and we have the high priestess. So it seems like there could be some there's going on some deep transformation or spiritual growth in this situation, but it's more like it's going on your different sides, that you are not, you are on the same page, like you're working through the same things, but miles apart from each other, it feels. It's like you're coming to the same epiphanies, but you're not sharing it with each other. So this isolation from each other is making you less able to make these quantum leaps of progress and transformation, because you're keeping your findings to yourself. I'm feeling that it's something with these two. It's about self-respect. You don't want to throw yourself to the wolves like Little Red Riding Hood, and you want to keep your dignity, so you don't want to communicate and work things out with people that's too hard on you. But if you would, and if you wouldn't lose your sanity, and that means like your self-respect and self-worth, as soon as you are close to this person or these people, if you could walk with your head high and keep calm and tell people what's happening. How are you feeling? How are you reacting? Also listen to how they are feeling and how they are reacting. There could be an opening here. Like there could be a common road which you could travel together. But since people here, either it seems like they are judging you very harshly and you are hiding because of this, there's no real progress in this situation where there could be progress. So this is what the divine wants to kind of advise for you, is to probably hold your head a little bit higher. Don't think that anything is wrong with you. Stand on your own side and, communicate. So, okay. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So they do love you, even if they judge you or behave like they think, like, oh, wow, you are so difficult. They still love you, okay? And we have twin flames. Your passion ignites. So the person that you think is so difficult and so, not like you, is actually like a mirror image of you or of your shadow side. So your two pieces in the same puzzle fitting so well together. It's just that you kind of judge each other for being so unlike each other, but this unlikeness is what's completing you. And when we are not whole, we have a dark side and a light side, a dark side and a light side. We see the dark side in the other person, and we think that we are carrying the light side ourselves. But the other person is just a reflection of our own hidden shadow. So you could really understand each other if you would, cultivate some communication. So friendship, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So try to, even if you're a little bit scared of this person or they're a little bit intimidating, you could, if you act really adult, protecting your inner child, standing on your own side, listening to your inner child with big antennas, like the High Priestess. She has those moon antennas here, listening to your moon, the emotions from your inner child. The inner child, it's like she is connected to all 4 inner children, and she's picking up vibrations from them. So if you could do that as this adult, very self-respected, high-value High Priestess, you could communicate this to this other person that's also a searcher in a way that would make them unify with you instead of judging you. And if they could still judge you, but you can still keep this aura of maturity and tell them like, so I see you judging me in this situation. What is it that you see? Can you tell me? And the person says, well, I see someone acting like this. And you can say, well, I understand that that's your image, but from my point of view, this is what's really going on. And in this discussion, you have the really like win-win situations. So I'll also read this cards that came in the beginning, the victory card and indecision card. So first 28, victory, and we have success and achievement, and this is where you're headed, and kind of your inner child is showing the way, but your adult side needs to be there taking its hand and communicating with others, taking leadership. So this card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory brought in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort towards. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. That means don't rest on old achievements. Always working forward. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. And I feel that what is happening, even if it's like something that seems destructive on the surface, it's really a victory because of the changes people do in this situation, in this little bit desperate situation. You will make changes that will be very successful and that will bring in real change and real success, and changing old patterns, changing old ways that you have looked at each other. And we have indecision, which choice to make. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet, you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in the back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus on and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, and one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the result of your choice. So you're really scared about consequences of being your true self. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you the most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. And you can't go wrong. Like, even if it's a mistake, all mistakes are there for a reason, for you to learn something that you really needed to learn. So it's not really a mistake. It's just more experience. So you don't have to worry so much. When you follow your soul, you can't really go wrong. You go on your highest path, even though it's proven to be a mistake. It's where you are supposed to go, destined to go, to have these certain epiphanies. So I see isolation between you two, and a big love that's not being expressed due to fear of not being enough or not being worthy.